Good morning. Good morning. Let's do a quick audio check right quick. Make sure everything is good. Seems to be fine. Alrighty. Let's see here. ES is at 45.50 this morning. And I came in here with nothing to drink. So let me run and get that right quick. I'll be right back. All right. Let's kind of see what we get this morning. I would imagine, as long as we hold this VWAP, we kind of be looking for a move up. As long as we can hold that 45.50 area. Yeah. On the ES, and then obviously right where we're opening up on the NQ, kind of sold off right here at open. You can see just straight down pretty much and bounced out of there, made a new high. Almost made it to high a day, so I kind of expect this to move back up here. Potentially. But we'll see what we get here at 3 o'clock. Got about 4 minutes. Trying to kind of push already. Trying to push already. Let's look at the last 30 minutes and see what we've got. Kind of holding this area. We're going to be a little less aggressive this morning than we have been being the last couple of mornings. Took a few more trades last night than I probably should have, or yesterday morning. But we'll see what we get. See what price offers. As long as we hold this VWAP area, the ES and the NQ both opening up pretty much right here at VWAP. So as long as we kind of hold that, I think we will continue to push up. Let's just kind of see what we get. Possible pull back into the VWAP here in just a moment. Maybe a push up, quick push up, sell back down to the VWAP, and then move higher. Potentially. We lose that VWAP, then we could just be selling down, but yeah, I don't see a whole lot of kind of sold down to that 800 level overnight here. Not really a huge range overnight here. Could just be a slow session this morning. Price action yesterday during the New York session was not great either. We did manage to end up green there, but the price action was not great. All right, let's see if we get a pullback here. Probably a spike up, then a little pullback. There's 3 o'clock. Nothing. That's kind of funny. We'll take a long here. Relatively low risk trade here. If it sells through the VWAP, then that's fine. Guess risking $100 here. See if we can just hold this level and move on up. I guess I should probably move my stop down just a little bit there. So risking 120. Yeah, it would even make sense to move it down a little bit more. So risking 140. Sometimes the NQ can kind of paint outside the lines there, so we'll give it a little extra room. It's really kind of small risk here, just one contract. Would like to hold it, like it to see it hold this level that we're at, 19 area. Testing the VWAP now. It's a little deeper than I'd like to see it trade, to be honest. A little deeper. Guess we should have been a little more patient there. Could have got a little better of an entry. ES kind of bouncing off the VWAP as well there. Like I said, this might be a slow, kind of painful session here. Just kind of targeting this swing high here. So I'd like to see it trade through that 26 area. Quickly. Obviously, we'd like it to move quickly, but it probably won't. ES pushing up into that 51.50 area. Want to see the ES get above 52 here. Kind of push us up with it. We're probably going to move our stop to break even if we can pierce this 26 area. Which is going to be a little quick, but you know, this is a relatively quick entry. Coming back to retest this VWAP once again. Coming back to test it one more time. If you guys haven't already, like the video for me. Subscribe if you're not yet subscribed. I appreciate it. Helps out the channel. I think we're 122, something like that. Trying to get to 150 by the end of the week. So every subscription helps. All right, let's get this nice push through 26 here. Okay, so now we'll go to break even, which is just, I mean, it's a little early. But technically we broke this first swing high, so don't really want to see it revisit this area before it takes out this next swing high. We're going to move it to just cover the commissions here. I'm going to go ahead and lock in 100. Going to trail this up fairly close here. Come on, let's push through 30. All right, stopped out there for 100. I'll take it. I will take it. Could have just left that at break even, but as long as slow as this thing's kind of moving tonight, or I am anticipating the slowness, I'm going to take what it gives me. How's it going, Bubba? Not too bad this morning. I feel pretty good today. Slept pretty good. I woke up before the alarm went off. When you're getting up at 2:45 in the morning, that's kind of an odd thing. I woke up at 2:30 and just got on up. So I'm a little more awake than normal. So I'm just locking in $100 there. I would have liked the full 200, but not going to complain. We'll see what else we get offered. See what else we get offered there. Let's check on our friend who is short on the ES. See if he's still short. Let's see if he's still short this morning. He is still short. Average price 45.30. So I guess he's averaged up. Says he has a stop at 45.70. This is what we're looking at this morning. This is his post. So I guess he's short 51 contracts, average price 45.30. Down 55K on this position. So I guess isn't too bad. He was down almost 200K at one point, but he's in this thing pretty heavy. I can never do that. I just let it go. All right, retesting this VWAP here. That's the reason why I took profit kind of quickly, because, you know, this is always a potential. A little bit of a sell-off here. ES is approaching the VWAP as well. Really like to see a structure shift. Let's check the 5-minute chart. I don't usually look too much at the 5-minute chart, but it does give you a little more. So really on the 5-minute chart, we're looking for this thing to break 810. If it breaks 810, that would be a true structure shift. So kind of right here, the swing low here. So we want to see this trade below 810, maybe come back up, retest the VWAP, leave us some sort of PD array for an entry short. You can see on the 1-minute chart we did break this swing low and not quite this one, but I don't feel comfortable taking this if it trades back up to the 24 level. I see technically you could take the short at 24 here, but I'm not in love with it right there. Gonna just be a little more patient and wait. Be a little more patient and just wait. I feel like as long as this thing holds that VWAP, then still got the opportunity to move higher there. Obviously, in hindsight there, he could have bought the VWAP again. Get 5 quick points out of that. Kind of holding this area here. This fair value gap still valid. It could wick below it, but bodies of the candles have not closed below it. I don't really expect this to hold, to be honest. Might though. You never know. It just might hold. So like I said, I could have took the short there at 24.50 on the 1 minute chart, but that would be your really aggressive entry. I want to see a little more, confluence on the 5 minute. And would like to see the ES lose that 45.50 area if we're going to sell. Until that happens, then I don't really believe in a short. So popped out of there off that 18 level, 17, all the way back up to 24, 25 area there. Sometimes this VWAP doesn't hold up overnight. Sometimes it's holds up nice and easy there. Oh yeah, I did want to. Maybe I'll pull up that. I got my Bullinox account finally set up. Maybe we'll make sure that we can actually take a trade on that. So I have not even tried. I'll go ahead and drop a link there to the Bullinox. If you guys are interested in Bullinox, it's pretty much the same as Apex as far as rules go. They have a code there, top 50 for 90% off. Obviously, you can see we got Apex there in the banner, 80% off with that coupon code. Link in the description there. That's my link for the Bullinox account. But I wanted to test it out and see if I could even take a trade. Because I honestly set it up and didn't even try. So let's do this. Let's try to open it up and see here. I guess that helps if I type in the right password, huh? Let's see if we can even take a trade here. Stuff's popping up all over the place. I've never used the Ninja, so I don't know a whole lot about it. So We don't know a whole lot about it. Can't be that difficult though. Oops, another chart popped up. This chart's popping up all over the place. Gonna come back down here to retest that VWAP once again. All right, we're just gonna do a quick test here and see. Okay. So the order was filled. Okay. So it appears to work. Although I'm not sure. Not quite sure how you know. We'll have to kind of play around with this. Because I'm not quite sure how you know if it's on your Bullinox account or not. Not sure. So we once again kind of retested that VWAP pretty close there at the 20 area and bounced out of there. It's kind of trading in a range right here at open. Gonna retest that 30 area here, see if it's able to get through there if it turns back down. Does anybody know how you find your P&L on Ninja Trader? I have no idea. No idea. We can do a little research, figure it out. All right, testing this 30 area here. Let's see if it gets through there. $29. Are we going to make it through this time, or are we going to turn back down? Should be on main box that popped up first. I don't know. I just opened my rhythmic thing and it doesn't show any trades here for the Bullinox. So I don't know if this thing is on the Bullinox connection or not. If you're trading on the Ninja Trader and it so this is a little entry I took. What should it say? Should it say something under the account there? I'm dumb when it comes to this. As far as this goes, I don't... Oh, I guess it says I'm not connected. So somehow it came... let's see. Disconnect and force. Oh. So you can't be logged into both at the same time? I guess not. Kind of strange. Yeah, see, it just shows account as SIM. So I don't know if it should say something different there for the Bullinox account or not. I would assume that it should say something different there. Accounts, my rhythmic. Yeah, I guess that appears to be a SIM account. Can only be unlogged into one RTrader account at a time. See, did you go to connections and configure Ninja Trader? Yeah. I did. And I got the... I'm logged into the username and password that Bullinox gave me. See, if you go to connections, my rhythmic, it's the one I'm logged into. You can see I'm logged into the information Bullinox gave me. And it's still showing SIM though. I mean, I know it's a simulated account, but I'm just trying to make sure that if I do take a trade on it, that it counts towards the Bullinox. We're just kind of hanging out here at this 30 level, not really much happening. It's like we're going to go back down here and retest this VWAP. I mean, technically this thing traded back up. Left a little gap here. Not really much of displacement this morning. Sim is not the Bullinox account. All right, it's kind of what I thought. Accounts. I only show one under there, so I'll have to figure out how to get that on there. I'm sure there's a YouTube video or something I can watch. You haven't used Bullinox, I'm not sure what it shows for the account number. Well, that's okay. I mean, like I said, I agree with you. I'm pretty sure that the Sim account is not. I know it's not Bullinox because it shows the net liquidity as 100,000. So there has to be a way to get it on there, I'm sure. I probably didn't do something right. But we'll figure it out. It's not that big a deal. I just want to be able to trade it for the New York session because we're going to be a bit aggressive with those accounts. We're going to do full send on those. See if we can't get those to the profit target. What are you using, Bubba? Are you on the, you're just on a cash account? Yes, holding that VWAP as well. This is looking a little bit stronger now. We'll get through that 32 area. Kind of a nasty looking chart. You've been full sending your top step accounts. And you have Apex and cash account. Yeah, I take the top step a little more easy. I don't know why. I mean, really shouldn't. The Apex accounts have been a little bit. I was originally doing a little full send on them, but currently $80 down in the top step account, below the 50K. I'm up. I think I'm up in the Apex here. Yeah, $937 up in that account. I was up more than that, but I had a losing day on that one on Friday. But yeah, with these Bullinox accounts being only like $17 and some change, I think. And if you make the profit target in the first day, they will they'll go ahead and fund you. So you do the 150K accounts. Yeah, it makes sense. I was looking at that UProfit account, that Freedom account that they got, but man, they want $375 a month for that thing. I like the rules and parameters on it, but I don't like the price. ES pulling back into the VWAP here. NQ kind of holding up. So far, not much action this morning, which is kind of what I've expected, but I was thinking it might offer us more opportunities than this. Just look at took a little 5-point scalp there. Yeah, that's expensive. 300. I think it's with 375. I guess it could have been a little cheaper than that, but feels like $200. I might would do it, but 375 is a bit expensive. I do like the rules though, how it doesn't have any drawdown. Your the 150K account, your drawdown just stays at 145. Doesn't move off that level. Doesn't follow you up at all. That is nice. As far as rules go, I do think it's a really nice account, but $300+ a month. Profit target is only 5K too, so it's not a crazy amount. Just a bit pricey. See if the NQ kind of pulls back into this VWAP area. ES looking a little weaker. You run bots on Apex account, manually trade top step. What are you running? Are you running the what bot is that? Spy Money. I think it's called Spy Money bot. I'm actually looking in. I'm looking into the Spy Money bot. Not me myself, but I have a Discord I'm in. They've been using the Spy Money bot, trying to perfect the settings on it there. Trying to get the settings right on it. Bold bot. Never heard of that one. I have to check that out. I'm not running any bots right now. I don't have the confidence in them yet. So the ES is losing the VWAP here. I'll let someone else mess with them first, and then we'll go with it. Bold bot. How's it going, T? Good morning. I'm doing all right. We're up $100. Took a little scalper, but price action hasn't really offered all that much. I considered a short here. Maybe back into the VWAP since the ES is losing it there, but started using Bold Bot at the end of April, started Apex accounts and have cashed out almost 20K. Nice. I'd be interested in what settings you're running on that there bot Bubba. I'm in a Discord. We are, it's a private Discord, but I don't know if they've went live with their bots yet that they're using. But they've been doing pretty good with them. I'm just not 100% convinced yet. It won't take much though. As soon as I see some consistent profit out of one, we'll be picking one up ourselves. All right, is this going to sell here? I kind of get the feeling we are. I want to see us lose the VWAP here. The ES is already losing the VWAP. Like I said before, I'd really like to see a trade below 10. Displacement below 10, maybe turn the VWAP into some resistance and then sell down here. Yeah, 20K for a bot. That's strong. Have you, what's that one cost? Is it expensive? I know some of them can be up there in the, $1,200, $1,500 range to buy the bot, and then the monthly cost is usually a little $100, $150 a month, something like that. They give us the settings that work the best. She back tests them for a long time before rolling them out. She has YouTube and TikTok. Well, drop her name. Drop her name. Let me check her out. The Spy Money bot, yeah, it's probably very similar. There's a guy that does those. He's back testing them too, but the people that I'm friends with, they like to tweak things to kind of work best for their own sort of strategies and settings. Make the bot a little more consistent if they can. Bold bot, gotcha. I'll definitely look that up. Curious about it for sure. How many contracts are you taking at a time on the Apex? Are you just sticking with a single contract? Or you got a few accounts linked and going a little bigger? I guess the idea is to try to get 20 accounts through Apex, link them, and just kind of go small. Try to make $50 to $100 a day on it. I think if you make $200 a day with 20 accounts, it's $1 million a year, something like that. Just doing $200 a day with 20 accounts. She goes live every morning at the New York Open. Yeah, I'll have to check that out. We'll see. Sounds like it's probably very similar to what the one we're looking into. Like everything, you want to see those results, right? Mostly one or two. Yeah, that would make sense. Want to see the results before you spend the money. I'm just kind of chopping around here. ES lost that VWAP, but the NQ still holding up here. Like I said, I'm going to be a little less aggressive this morning. Not going to put my capital at risk like I have been doing. Been over trading a bit lately. I'm trying to cut down on that and just take the best setups that I see. Try to take the easy targets. You've seen the Symphony one also. Or Symphony. Oh my God. Spy Money. I can't read this morning. If you guys haven't already, hit that like button for me. Subscribe if you're not yet subscribed. Trying to grow the channel. Trying to get it up to 150 subscribers by the end of the week. I think we're in the mid 120s. So should be able to do it. If you're unfamiliar with me or if you're new here, I do go live 5 days a week, London session and New York. Let's trade the London session 3 a.m. Eastern, and then obviously we go live New York 9:30 a.m. Eastern. Try to trade a little longer in the New York session. It really just depends on how I feel. Yesterday I think we traded till about 3:10 p.m. So try to stream a little longer for the New York session. I mean, we're just trading in a range here, really not having any sort of breakout at all. Just kind of ranging between 816 and 830. ES trying to get back above the VWAP here. See if we kind of break out on this push here. I don't know that the ES will get back above the VWAP though. Kind of see VWAP's at 44.50.25. Probably just going to trade back up into this area just to roll back off. If I had to guess. I mean, no real structure shift on the charts here. You can watch as long as I don't put that Georgia hat on anymore. I got you. Where are you from, Bubba? What team are you representing over there? No, it's funny that you say that because my cousin told me that. He was like, "Hey man, you can't be on your stream wearing Georgia gear. You have to be neutral. People aren't going to watch you if you wear Georgia gear." I said, "Nah, surely not, right?" I live in Athens, Georgia, so kind of difficult not to be a Bulldogs fan, right? Born and raised in Athens my entire life. Tigers. Ah, nice. I don't mind LSU. We don't play LSU all that often, so I think on average maybe like once every 5 years or something like that. The last time I think was, I guess we did play them this year in the SEC title game, but 2019, was that y'all's championship year? I think so. The Joe Burrow year. Yeah, I went to the national title game this past year. Flew out to Los Angeles. Watched the game at SoFi Stadium there. It was a lot of fun. Wanted to go the year before, but didn't pull the trigger on the ticket prices there. This year out in LA, they were actually a lot cheaper. So we pulled the trigger there and went. A lot of fun. Visible. Every dog has its day. Yeah, there you go. And it's definitely been a good 2 years after 40 years of suffering. So the way we won that game against Ohio State, everybody was kind of up in arms about that. And I'm like, what you don't understand is that's how Georgia has lost every big game for the last 20 years. It's a game that we play great in, we should win, and we find a way to lose, especially against Alabama. So, I mean, just look at the 17 national title game for reference. Played great, led most of the game, find a way to lose. So, Yeah, it was a lot of fun, especially, to win 65-7. People are like, "Oh, you didn't want it to be a close game?" Like, no. No, I did not want it to be a close game. Perfectly fine with the blowout. There was a lot of TCU fans there. I would say there was about 65% TCU there. They showed up for sure. So they left disappointed, but they definitely, their fans showed up for them. It was nice to see. I was kind of shocked at how badly they played. I mean, they played extremely well against Michigan, but that happens. Yeah, that's the thing with Georgia. You don't ever know if you're going to, is it going to be. I wanted to go to the national title in 2017, but that game was in Atlanta, and those tickets were, I mean, you're looking at $5,000 for a ticket. Couldn't do it. Last year I got tickets for about $700 a piece, so far more reasonable. Oh, I'm getting a little spike to the upside here. If you guys saw that little blip. Michigan's overrated. Well, we blew them out in 22 or 21. That game wasn't even close in the semifinals. I guess the score was a little closer than the game actually was. I think they kind of overlooked TCU last year. Thought they were just going to march through them, and TCU stung them. Well, I actually read an article earlier today. Jim Harbaugh, I guess, is 0 for 5. He started 0 for 5 against the Buckeyes, Ohio State, and then Ryan Day's 0 for 2. And everybody's saying he's a bum and that he sucks. I think Ryan Day's a good coach. I just think that he's lost the big game, and he'll probably get it together. Who knows? Visible says anything short of a national championship will be a disappointment for LSU after last year. I don't know, man. I don't know. The only thing, I think LSU is going to have a great offense. Their defense, though, is my question. Are you going to have a good enough defense? Everybody's kind of counting out Nick Saban. I don't know if that's the thing to do. Breaking out here, breaking out above the 30s. All right, let's see if we maybe can find an entry in here somewhere. Yeah, the SEC is definitely tough. I do like the fact that after this year they're going to go to that 12-team playoff, though. I think that you're going to see 3 to 4 SEC teams in there probably every year. Just kind of watching here to see if this thing offers us a entry here. Yes, kind of breaking out as well there. I think that LSU could certainly possibly have a big year. Their quarterback's really good. Their coach, he's good for sure. I think he probably made the right decision leaving Notre Dame. Certainly going to be much easier to get the big name players at LSU. LSU versus Georgia potentially in the SEC title. I don't know. Everybody's, they're talking about how good Georgia's going to be, but until I see Carson Beck do something, it's going to be hard for me to believe. Quarterback room is certainly stacked at Georgia, presumably. But you never know how people are going to turn out. I mean, you can be 5-star and not play well at all. Just look at Clemson. DJ Ugalelea. I don't even know how you say his name. I think that's how you say it. You know, he came in, and not that he played horrible, but he didn't elevate them like they thought that he would, and he ended up leaving. So, I mean, Beck has been in the system for 3 years, so we'll see. I've seen him make some bad. I mean, you know, I'm pretty critical. I've seen him make some bad throws, and I'm not sure about his mobility. Got to be able to move a little bit in the SEC. So we'll see if he tightens that up. The schedule certainly sets up favorably. If we can beat Ole Miss, I think that's Ole Miss and Tennessee's toughest games on our schedule this year. Ole Miss is at home here in Athens. So Tennessee's on the road. So those are the 2 toughest games, in my opinion. South Carolina could be a little scary, I think, in week 3, but we play them here. So, see if we get a little pullback here. Kind of watching this maybe 32, 33 area. LSU versus Florida State. I think Florida State's overrated. I'll put that out there. I think LSU wins that game double digits. Well, is this thing just going to go straight to the moon here without us? Yeah, LSU played a lot tougher in that SEC title game than it kind of looked. Their defense really struggled, but their offense is powerful. I think Jaden Daniels is the quarterback. He's very good. If he hadn't got injured, it might have been a little bit of a different game, but you could say that, you know, a lot of games. You can say that about a lot of games, I guess, a lot of people. Alabama certainly said that. If our receivers had not gotten injured, they might be right. All right, considering taking a long. Let's see. I don't know if I might use the 1-minute chart here. It's a little bit. I guess it's the same. Well, it's waiting on the pullback. We may not get it here. I mean, I guess in hindsight, you know, this was a structure shift back to the upside. This kind of traded back down, filled this volume imbalance, held this order block, 50% level there. That would have actually been the entry. Did have the 1-minute chart pulled up, but it was off screen there. Easy to see in hindsight, but real time, that's a little more difficult to see. If I could get an entry back, if I could even get it to trade back to this 35 area, I wouldn't mind taking a long. We are coming up on the top of the hour here, so. See if we get tagged in here at 35. I'm just going to target that swing high there. I'm going to be risking about 5 handles here. And we are going to move to break even here pretty quickly if we get stopped out. Well. Oh. Why do we do that? I was thinking it would just pop right out of there. I was watching that level. Just a little nervous about the top of the hour, I guess. Winner, winner, $2. Trading a little deeper. Let's see here. I'm going to watch this. This thing starts to turn back up. We'll take an entry long. We are 15 seconds away from the top of the hour here. So let's see here. Just watching it. All right, we'll try it again here. Figure out where my stop needs to be. I don't know. Don't trust it. You know, it's probably going to go. ES pulled back into that 53 area there. High of 54.75. Yeah, for whatever reason, I just feel like this thing is not going to continue higher right now. Not really anything telling me that. I mean, this looks, you know, like a proper setup. Looks kind of like it's going to move up. You're looking for a long T? Yeah, that's, I mean, I'm thinking about it here. I don't want to think too long, right? Yeah, there it goes. All right. This is how I lose money. We already know. All right, now we're going to just go to break even. Let's see if we can get the push through 41 here. Could have certainly had a much, I want to say bigger trade here, maybe 5 more points. But wasn't patient enough with it there. All right, we'll take it. We will take it. Well, the thing is there, T, I appreciate the nicely done, but really not. You know, the thing is, this is what kills me during the day, and I already know it. Got to stop doing that. The result was profit, but yeah. This should have just been one trade. One entry. Really entry, if you zoom in here, so you guys see a little better. Should have been long right there from 33.75. Stop should have been right there at 28.50. And just let it go. Which really is nice of a setup as you're going to get. So 33, we got long at 36. I guess 3 handles we left on the table there as far as entry goes. Now who knows where this could go as far as high. 55, 56. Yeah, I didn't move my stop loss. That's true. Yeah, you're exactly right. That's the plan today. If we don't execute the plan today, it's gonna make me mad. That's right, Juker. You're not lying. It's almost worse that can happen when you make money from things you know you shouldn't do. Bad habits, yeah. Yeah, that's exactly right. That's what I'm trying to be a little harder on myself as far as moving my stop too quickly. Because if I'm going to enter the trade, may as well let the risk to reward pay out. If it hits my stop, it should just be fine. Because the idea is if you win more than you lose, then it doesn't matter if it hits your stop, if the risk to reward is correct. And honestly, on this first entry, I entered at 35 and my stop was at 30.50. Right? Put my stop right above that there. So you're, less than 4 handles, $80, which my take profit's only 100 this morning just because I don't expect very big moves. But on a normal trade, I'm usually looking for 10 handles at least. So that would have been that was actually a decent spot. But trying to get better. It's hard to move it on funded accounts with the drawdown. It's hard not to move it. Yeah. This is the Apex account over here, but at the end of the day, on a single trade, I don't think, if it goes up $80, $100 and it comes back down, that's not going to kill you. Smaller size. Not going to kill you at the end of the day. I am happy with my patience so far this morning. I didn't, I did take those 2-3 entries on a single trade. That's kind of frustrating, but trading in the end is all math. If you know you have an edge, you should let it play out. You're not wrong. That's the thing. When I review my trades, kind of at the end of the day, I look back and I'm like, why did I move that stop so fast? Most of the time, I'll move my stop when I'm not even in drawdown, and there's no reason to move it. I'll take $75, $80 when I could have got $250, $300. So we'll get there, though. I don't find very many scenarios where if I hadn't moved my stop, I would not have lost money, if you get what I'm saying. Or I would have lost money. So in other words, if I'd have been like, okay, my stop's here. If I didn't move my stop so fast, I would have, if I hadn't have moved it, then I would have lost money. It would have sold off. I don't find that in reviewing my trades very often. Most of the time, my entries are okay. Like here, we would have took some drawdown, but it's kind of expected. I guess it would have tickled that stop right there. Might have stopped me out on that first entry because I think I had it at 30.50. No. Would have one ticked me. The low on that candle is 30.75. So would have been close, but I wouldn't have hit it. Yeah, you guys are definitely better about holding your trades than I am. I see Juker and T both setting targets and just letting them go. Well, Bubba, if you're in Louisiana, what are you doing awake at 3 a.m.? The hardest mental part is seeing green and giving it back. Yeah. Well, it's funny because some days that don't bother me at all, right? Some days I just say, you know what? I'm just going to leave it. And I have other days where I don't. Yeah, T-checks partials. Oh, you're in the oil field? Night shift? Nice. Nothing wrong with finding something to do while you're at work, right? Those night shifts can turn into long shifts, I'm sure, if there's nothing to keep you company, keep you busy. Yeah, T, you're taking 4 or 5 contracts at a time there. I need to, I can't do that. I don't have the ability to do that yet. Maybe eventually. I really want to start taking 2 contracts and kind of taking one off at a short target and just letting the other one go, but haven't gotten to that point yet. Managing the drawdown and stuff like that. Like, I mean, $100 not much to write home about, but I'll take it. We'll take it. Green is green at this point. I mean, really, you see my first entry this morning, long from the 22. Really should have gotten a better entry on that one. Could have waited for the VWAP touch there. I mean, could have got long off that VWAP a couple times here. 18 to 43 would have been a nice little winner. But that's hindsight trading there. That's results oriented. Take my little 5 points at a time. It's fine. Possible bounce back out of here. Back into the high of day. ES is still trying to push up here. Traded up into that 55 area. How's micros for Top Step? Not good. It's not possible. You remember before it wasn't possible because of the position sizing. You're exactly right. So on Top Step, even if I switch to micros, I could take 5 micros at a time on this account now. But before it was 2. You can only take 2 micros. So at 5 micros, I mean, I guess I could do that. But, yeah. I was trying to think. What is 5 micros per point? Is that $20? Pretty much the same as 1 mini. I think it is. So I guess I could take 5 micros and take 4 off or 3 off at a target and let 2 ride. I haven't really thought about that. On Apex, certainly it's possible. Could take 7 or 8 micros at one time and take half the size off and let the others ride. Something to think about. Maybe I'll try that tomorrow morning. That's a good idea. I may just give that a try. See how that works for me. Maybe 7 micros at a time. Slightly bigger, but not so big that it's going to make a huge difference. And then I could possibly leave some runners on for some extra points. Yeah, I think I may try that tomorrow. 5 micros is $10 per point on NQ. I've never really traded the micros, so I haven't really looked into it. So if 5 is $10, maybe I do 10. I don't think I could do it on Top Step. I could do 10 for sure on Apex. Just take half the position off at maybe 10 handles and then leave the other half on. One-tenth. Yeah, I think we talked about this before and I forgot. 1/10 of minis. I don't know why I can't remember that. So 10 micros basically equals a mini. Makes sense. I'm going to look into that tomorrow. Yeah, you can trade micros on Top Step, Bubba. It's just it's their max contract size on this new 50K account is only 5. So your max contract size relates to minis as well as micros. So if the max contract size is 2, then it's 2. Which to me is crazy. I don't know why they do it that way. I don't know why they do it that way. Shouldn't be, but yeah, because I was in step 2 of the evaluation, and I could only trade 2 contracts. Even if I did micros, it could only be 2. Which doesn't make very much sense, especially when they're 1/10, you know, like you said, 1/10 the size. I'm hungry this morning. I'm starving already. How'd your bot do yesterday with the price action being kind of choppy? Bubba says, what I don't like about Top Steps, no scaling rules during evals. Then you have scaling rules when funded. Yeah. Well, their old rules, you did have scaling in step 2, but I get what you're saying. Makes sense. I originally started using Top Step with my futures trading. I really didn't pay attention to anybody else, but I'm kind of glad that I found Apex and Bull and Ox just, you know, spread things around a little bit. I think it makes sense to have more than one. $1,000 each yesterday. That's a good day. Yeah, it was a little choppy action yesterday. I traded okay. I over traded, but ended the day green. Moved my stop too fast. A lot. I think I counted it like 12 or 13 trades. I moved my stop way too fast. So probably could have been a lot greener had we not done that. But today's the day we change that. Kind of pulling back here, not excited about any sort of a short yet. This could just pop right back out of here. If you guys haven't already, hit that like button for me. If you're not yet subscribed, subscribe. Helps the channel. We appreciate it. You didn't let them run long because you went in that for a couple hours before open, then stopped an hour after open. They probably caught that move up at open, I would imagine. Hopefully they did anyway. I caught the move at open yesterday, but gave it back shortly thereafter. See, this is the thing. I know in that 10 to 11 hour, well, not 10 to 11, we'll say like 10:30 to 11, that I don't do great kind of beyond the silver bullet. It usually will have a period there some days where kind of chops around, trades in what I call an idiot box. You know, that's just basically a range, you know, kind of like this here, just not really going anywhere. But I find myself, I'll take 7 trades in here and lose 6 of them, give all my profits back. This is what I'm trying to avoid doing. You know, like this action here. There's no money to be made here. But I would try to trade it. So these areas of just consolidation, got to avoid. So it's going to be what I hope to do tomorrow. You run the bots on more than just NQ and ES? Oh, really? Nice. I got to check out those bots. Like I said, I've been watching. I haven't paid for anything yet. I've just been watching from a distance. Them using their bots. They, as far as I can tell, they haven't gotten them super consistent yet. I think one guy's bot is averaging like $1,000 a week trading micros, which is pretty solid, but he wants it to average kind of like you just said, about $1,000 a day. He just signed up for 20 Apex accounts to try to use with the bot. I think he's using smaller groupings with the bot to try to pass the evals first, 2 to 3 accounts at a time. I was just reading one of his comments. He said, 0% chance I'd leave an unattended bot running during this shit. This was when did you post this? Last night. Oh, this was last night at almost 9 p.m. I guess he turned the bot off turned it on after hours, let it run. I don't know why they trade that. I can't trade that between 6 and 9 p.m. What kind of bots we're talking about? Bubba is trading the Bold. I think he said it's called a Bold bot. And the ones that we're testing are the Spy Money bot. There's one bot that's 98% on the year. Only takes 1 or 2 trades a day. It's not for big runners. Hey, 98%. That'd be amazing. You take 1 or 2 trades a day. I mean, figure if you get $100. I mean, even if it's just $100 a trade, $50. That's big money. If you got that on 10, 20 accounts, perfect. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, they're testing the Spy Money bot. They've had some good results. I mean, I've seen some big days with them, but then I've also seen red days. Like one bot, this is a couple of days ago, he posted a $17,300 day with his bot. That was on it was 2 days. So what was that, Friday? But most of them are averaging somewhere around $3,000 to $4,000 a day. But then some days I see them in the red, $3,000 or $4,000. So still kind of working on it, trying to get the consistency there. $350 profit target. I mean, hey, that's solid to me. I'd take $350 for sure. So the bot basically works. You purchase the bot itself, typically. I don't know if this is how Bold Bot works. I haven't looked into it. But Spy Money, the bot is, I think it's $1,300 for the bot. And then they charge you a monthly fee of $99 for the settings and things like that. So most bots are somewhere in that range, around $1,000. I mean, I'm sure there's some that are cheaper. Is that the one? Is that what she's showing, Bubba, in the New York session? Let me go ahead and open that account up before I forget, because I'm horrible with forgetting stuff. So let's see. Let's go ahead and open it up and subscribe, and we'll watch it. That way we won't lose it. Yeah, I'm seeing that now. Well, I subscribe to the channel now, so we'll take a look at it tomorrow. Kind of see how it goes. Well, guys, I think that's going to do it for me tonight. So we're ending, or this morning, we're ending the morning up $206. Not a huge win, but I'll take it. I will be live at 9:30 for the New York session. So if you guys like the content, like the video, subscribe. And we will see you guys at 9:30 for the New York session. Appreciate you watching. Bubba said he's up. Trade closed 30 minutes later. Nice. Okay, Bubba, we'll see you tomorrow, man. Appreciate you watching.